All right, we're out here at Oslo Movement Gathering, the world's biggest parkour event, and people from all over the world are here. So we've got one of the best US athletes, Zoromba, the absolute legend from Boston, to come join us. And we're gonna start with the question we ask everyone to start with, answer however you want. What is parkour to you?
Oh, the classic question.
Classic.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of like a self-answer. Everybody has a different answer, you know what I'm saying? But parkour to me is just movement. It's really any movement in general, but it's also pushing your body, you know what I'm saying? Like seeing what's capable. Like that's at least how I think about it. I try to kind of push my body to the limits and see how far I could push, like to see what my abilities, how far they could go. So that's really how it is. And also environment is like a big thing to me, and it's been super important lately. It's not like my training isn't so much like train. It's really kind of going out and finding locations that make an idea pop in my head. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Challenge focus.
Yeah, challenge focused, and like using a really cool location to add something to it with your body that would really complement that location.
Okay, really adapting the location, like searching for those challenges and doing them because they're too nice not to not do, right?
Exactly. You know, when you find a cool location, you're like, oh, I'd really love to do something here because it would look really nice and it would feel really good. So that's kind of how my training has been based lately, is just kind of walking around, finding something cool, and like when something pops in my head, like, oh, I got to do something here.
Yeah, so I get what you mean. That's a good answer, because sometimes you just get that motivation, like, I have to do this here
exactly.
because the location's just too good not to, right?
Yeah, like lately for me, I don't like going to like a spot like with walls and just like training. It's really more been like location based. Like I really want to find something that calls me over to it, you know?
You've been hunting lately, you've been on it.
That's what I've been on.
That's cool, and that's often a stage in the career of like an advanced parkour athlete these days. You know, you develop the skills, you've got a decade plus training. Now I want those achievements. I want to go out, I want to hunt, I want to really get stuff done.
Exactly.
No, that's super cool to hear. So on that point, I mean, you've broken a number of world firsts in the sport. So what's one that stands out as like that was the one that was either the best or one of the best moments for you?
The ones that I've done?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard because they all meant something, you know what I'm saying? Like I created the list for a reason, you know, I call them the God cards, but obviously the first one, like double cast, was like a huge thing because it was like a talked about thing for a while, and that was early on. I think 2019, I think is when it happened. So it was really cool to like get that one done, and the fact that it like happened first try like perfectly when I was worried about it for so many years, it was like a really big thing. And then another one I would say was probably
that got the ball rolling.
That got the ball rolling. Like right after I did that one, I think a couple of days later I did another one. So so it like really got me going. Like I made that list for like life, and I got most of them done like within the year or the first 2 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know about the list. What was this list?
I think so. If I remember correctly, it was like double cast. Double gate wasn't done yet, so I did double gate, and then I did gate lay in also, like the same day. So and then triple flyweight has been done, but I wanted to do it. Kong double gainer, Kong gainer full. And then I had cast gainer full was like the last one, and that's another one that really stuck out for me because that one I just did I think 2 years ago, and that one was like really hard because it's super techy, and to find the right spot to do it was hard. You also like you needed some height, you needed to be able to take impact,
and you had to deal with some police and this and that.
Yeah, it was a whole thing, man. I don't know if you saw, I got on Instagram for that clip, bro. I got but it was hilarious. You know, it was out of context, but it was part of like the whole spot tested film that we made. So. But so also another one that sticks out is the cast gainer full because I really wanted that one for a long time, and there was a big break after the rest for me to do that one. And
that was a long time coming. So I remember for my obviously I'm doing this with PKUK, but for my personal YouTube, I was making a hardest tricks video, and you commented that, and I was like, what? I haven't seen this clip, but you were still holding the clip.
I was still holding it.
So I missed out on that one. But look, that's the best segue because I wanted to ask about Spot Tested, the LA film you guys released. What is that project? What was that like?
It was really cool. It was like I think it was like 22, bro, of like some of the best like parkour and free running athletes from around the world to come to LA, and it was called Spot Tested because there's these like super like iconic spots in LA and the spots that we just went to all the time. So it was really sick to get all our friends, all like the cool athletes to come to LA and go to all these spots and see what they could do. So it was just really sick to get all these people together for one film, you know, and it was very different style than any other films, you know what I'm saying? It was more like focused on like hard tricks and like throwdown. That's kind of like the line, when you see the lineup of athletes, that's what you see. So it was like a little bit of a refreshment, a little bit of like you know, fresh air. And it was cool. We just did it our style and just get everybody involved, and it was super fun to film. You know, it took a while, but it was really cool to like finally like have like a thing that you could watch after like holding all those clips for like 2 years. So.
I remember coming out to LA one time. You guys, you were filming for it, and you were telling me about it, and just the excitement around it, and then the level that people were pushing to because of the project. Because when there's a project like that, I mean, Gavin just was like,
Gavin, man,
he was just going for it. Like he'd warm up and just be like, oh, I guess I'm gonna do the hardest thing I've ever done today.
I know, literally exactly that line too. It's so funny, yeah. And like seeing him like rep out that one line like 20 times, was insane. Yeah, Gavin really pushed himself. It was cool to see.
So I mean, it's almost on our earlier point of like the maturity of like a parkour athlete. So it's no longer just about going and training. You want to hunt challenges, but then also when it's a big project, that adds that level of motivation.
Absolutely.
It's like, all right, let's use our skills. Let's really go for it.
Yes, 100%.
So on that, I wanted to ask if you've got someone out there or a group of people that want to do something similar, want to put together a video project like that. Spot tested on Vimeo, by the way, Vimeo on demand.
Yes.
Go have a watch of that. Well, yeah, what would you say to them? What would you recommend doing? You know,
if they want to do what?
If they want to make a project like such as that, any tips, any advice from?
I think don't try to put too much stress on it. You know what I'm saying? When you start kind of stressing early, it makes it a little rough and it's harder to move. You know, just go with the flow. You know, get who you want, like who wants to do it, and it's good to be focused on it, but not stress on it. You know, like, okay, like you want everybody to be on the same line. Like, okay, yeah, we're doing this. This is what we want to do. You know, everybody's just understanding how it's gonna go. So yeah, I think it's just like kind of
just
teamwork.
start as well, right?
Yeah.
Not overthink it.
It's
and be
always
like,
hard to start. That's the hardest part. Is like always the first clip or like the intro, whatever it is that you're filming first. It's so hard.
Yeah.
But once you start, the ball just gets to rolling. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's really it. Just kind of understand who you're gonna be working with and just have all your values aligned, like what you want for the project, so everybody just kind of understands what's going down.
Everyone's on the same page, 100%. And then on another type of content, so you had a period where you were smashing the YouTube, you're doing regular videos, you kind of stopped, and now you're coming back at it. What's the plan with that right now?
Bro, honestly, like, it's not like I'm doing YouTube to make money, because like, when you stop doing YouTube consistently, you just stop making money, like you're dead. But I'm really doing it. It's a big thing right now. It's for TK, bro. It's for the culture. Like people want to see videos that I make.
For TK,
bro,
come on.
You know, so I'm doing it all for TK, bro. So it's like, it's really videos for the culture. You know what I'm saying? People like what, and I travel a lot, so it's cool for people to like, they feel like they're involved. You know what I'm saying? So it's
it does develop that connection.
Absolutely. You know, so that's something that I'm really big on. So I'm literally doing it for the culture because people want to see videos. So why not? I'll put in that extra work so you guys can have these videos, and they're also memories for me. You know what I'm saying? I could always look back on them, you know, in the future. So that's really cool.
No, I appreciate that. And then also, I guess similar question to initially, like someone looking to do YouTube, what would you say to them?
Man, just don't stress like, oh, I gotta do like a good video with like a good title and like to get views. Like really start out by having fun and doing what you want to do. Because if you started out like a business, you're gonna get burnt out. You know? So really enjoy it. Like
you have to enjoy it because you're not gonna make money for however many years, if ever, right?
Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely. You have to enjoy it because it's a lot of fucking work and you have to be really consistent. You know? So it's definitely make sure that you enjoy it or you're just gonna burn out and you're not gonna have fun. Like that's really what it is.
No, absolutely. That's a great way to put it. So I wanted to ask on another tack an interesting question. So traditionally in a lot of international sports, the US are kind of on top. And in the past, parkour, the US has lagged behind. But I feel like there's a big resurgence happening. So where do you feel like the US kind of ranks now, and what's it trending towards? What are the strengths, weaknesses?
The shade is crazy, first of all.
I
just want to say that. The shade is crazy.
For Parkour UK.
Can we stop this American stick? Can we stop that? You know what I'm saying? There's some of us out here doing good sticks, but I get it. But no.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, I think just okay, this is what I really think. I think between like European and Americans or like anything else, I think it's so different. Like our styles are so different because our locations are different.
Yes, you know? That's like, the biggest thing that denotes style, for sure.
Like you guys are really good at jumps because you have nice walls everywhere. You know, everything we have is built like triangles. You know what I'm saying? So you guys have. So obviously that's why you guys are big at like really good at.
And there aren't that many good soft surfaces in the UK either. No. So the flips aren't really there. If someone does like a double cork on concrete in London,
like, whoa.
Boom.
Yeah,
crazy.
Exactly. We have a lot of gyms and we have, you know, so that obviously made us more like into flipping than the UK. But also like the way I started, you know, like since I'm from Boston, I grew up with like Alfred and Sean and all that. We really like took the Russian style and brought it to America.
the US. Yeah,
So so that was really, you know.
Do you think the competitive sporting culture in the US plays into it at all? Because I feel like it's a big thing to do competitive sport in the US as you grow up.
Yeah, it really is. It's hard for me to speak about because I'm not competitive at all. Like I'm such a chiller, bro. But
Just because a lot of the US athletes are focused on competition, right?
Yes, 100%. So I definitely think it plays an aspect. It's just hard for me to speak on because I'm just not competitive at all.
Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, yeah. Except when you're doing a game of stick, is it? Or game of flip.
Game of flip.
And that was my favorite content of yours.
Yeah.
Those were sick.
Yeah, I mean that's everybody's favorite content. It's
Yeah.
cool. And like my goal was for Game of Flips was to never just to try to beat the person because that doesn't make a good video.
No, of
like
course.
if like usually I know who I'm playing, so I know your strengths and weaknesses. I could just do stuff to get you out, you know, and you could do the same thing. Of
course.
But my goal was to always push the athlete to be uncomfortable, but I know they could do something.
Yeah,
you
on
know?
that limit where you know they could do it.
Exactly.
Not do something that's totally in your niche and totally
Exactly.
not in theirs.
Yeah.
You want to cross over the Venn diagrams.
Yeah. And the big thing for me, like starting YouTube, was never really just like, because bro, all you see of us like are just 10-second clips or whatever on Instagram, so you don't really get to know the person.
Yes.
My thing was to build characters, you know? Like I wanted the athletes to be known for who they are and how they act and inside jokes and all that, you know?
And that in time actually builds the sport because it starts people understand the culture that comes along with doing the sport, not just like, oh, I want to learn to flip.
Yeah, of course. It adds on a whole story to it, you know? Like actually knowing these athletes personally. So that was like a main thing for me. Is like I want people to know how funny my friends are or how funny these athletes are. You know what I'm saying? It just builds character and it becomes more like the people watching you feel like they're a part of your friend group.
Yeah.
And that brings
No,
you
really,
close.
the Riskhouse era, especially during COVID and stuff,
Yeah.
was legendary. And I tuned into those videos, and you do feel like you're spending a day with the boys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that was really my whole goal, you know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, with Game of Flip was really to just push each other to get out of our comfort zone because we know each other really well. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's always like a little bit of, oh, let me see if you would do it, you know? So that was the goal of Game of Flip. It's never really to just win. That's not a fun video. It doesn't matter who wins or loses.
But you always did push yourselves, and that's why they were so good, because they were so genuine, because you could tell you were uncomfortable, but you could do it. And that little element of competition pushes you to like,
Absolutely.
let's go.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
People are
And the
watching.
camera's there, you know,
People
so
are
it's like,
watching.
yeah, exactly.
It's got to be done, 100%. Cool. Finally, what's the focus now? You're not big on competitions, I guess. You're just hunting challenges. You're working on a video project.
Yeah.
You're looking at bag a Star Award. I saw Instagram post about
That's
that.
Zed Scott?
Yeah. Go. I don't know. What are you hoping to achieve right
No,
now?
that was me really just trolling. Like I don't really care about that, but I just thought it was funny. It was like the first post of the year. I was like Zed Scott 2025, you know. But no, honestly, I mean I haven't told a lot of people, but I am working on a solo part. It'll be my first solo part ever.
Let's go.
After being in the sport for over 10 years, I've never made a solo part. And I think right now, like obviously my training before was like super focused on just doing really hard tricks. But now I feel like my style is elevated into like just doing more location-based stuff and more raw and just edgy shit.
Oh,
and
man, I would love to see that.
yeah, so I'm really into that. So yeah, I just started working on a solo part with Manor actually. They're gonna be the ones
Oh, okay. Well,
producing
it's
it.
serious,
Yeah,
because
so-
they've done some of the, in recent memory, and this is also on the US versus other countries debate, a massive uptrend, right? The stuff that the Mano guys have put out, thank you for reminding me, and then the one with Chris Roth before that, I've forgotten the name.
Yeah.
The first big Mano one, like,
Was it Boston Commons? Or was it put out through that?
yeah, it was through the Commons, it was a pay-per-view one. It actually won the best video or favorite flavor in Star Awards.
And Dear Connor won the best video, right?
Exactly. So that's serious uplift on the US side. That's absolutely top tier solo video productions. So maybe keep that trend going yourself. That would be crazy.
I'm trying to put out something really different, really raw, and really my style. That like when you watch it, you really kind of get to understand what kind of person I am now, and you'll see the difference in my training. So I think it's a really big passion project for me right now, and we just started working on it recently, collecting clips and hunting spots. So it's been really cool to work on.
Oh, mate. Oh, I'm hyped to see that.
Yeah,
Thanks so
yeah.
much for having a chat.
Yeah, man. Of course.
Cheers, my guy. Thank you. Oh, that was brilliant, bro. I'm gassed for that.